In our last video, we added data to the Jack spreadsheet and we added a border. We saw how to enter the names of the month using autofill. We also saw how to merge and center cells so that they can accommodate titles. So for example, we merged and centered commission rate, and we also merged and centered the cells holding the sheet title, sales totals by month. So in this tutorial, we're going to learn how to format multiple sheets at one time, so that way we don't have to type this in individually for Sally, Mark, and Mary. So the first thing I want to show you is if I click on the Sally sheet, notice her color dims out, telling me that her sheet is active. And I would also like to hold in my shift key. So your shift key is on your keyboard. So I'm going to hold in the shift key and not release that. So I'm holding that in. While I'm holding in the shift key, I'm also going to click Mark and I'm going to click Mary. Now I'm going to release the shift key. So notice that Sally, Mark, and Mary, all three are selected at the same time. So any changes that I make inside of the Sally spreadsheet will also be made identically in the Mark and Mary spreadsheets. So let's work with that and I'll show you how that works. So in order to deselect these sheets, I'm just going to click on another sheet tab. So I clicked on Jack. So the fastest way, if I already have information entered on one spreadsheet, the fastest way to format others just like it is I'm going to copy this information. So I'm going to hover over cell A1, click my left mouse button and hold that in, not releasing it. I'm going to drag over to cell D1, and I'm going to drag all the way down to cell D6. So all of the information that I entered on the Jack spreadsheet is now selected. I'm now going to click my right mouse button one time, and I'm going to choose copy. And notice I have the dancing border going around the information, showing me that the information has in fact been copied to the spreadsheet. So at this point, I'm going to hold my shift key, and I'm actually going to click the Sally tab first. Then I'm going to hold in my shift key. So I'm actually pressing my shift key and I have not let that go. And I'm going to click the Mark tab and the Mary tab. Now I'm going to release the shift key. And notice that Sally, Mark, and Mary, all of their colors are dimmed. So that's telling me that I have in fact selected all three sheets at the same time. Now I'm actually on the Sally sheet. I'm going to go to cell A1, and I clicked in that one time with my left mouse button. Now I'm hovering on cell A1, and I'm going to right click, and I'm going to choose paste. Now notice that when I did that, it did drop the information in to the Sally spreadsheet. Now if I click on Mark, I can also see that the information is on Mark, and it's also on Mary. So to make that more apparent, if I click on Jack, I still have the dancing border, and if you remember from a prior tutorial, to get that to go away, you can either double click on another cell that's not part of that group, or you can press your escape key. I'm just going to press my escape key, and the dancing border is gone. Now if I click on Sally, I can in fact see that the information was copied to her sheet. If I click on Mark, it was also copied to Mark's sheet. And if I click on Mary, it was also copied to her sheet. Now, this also works if you're just typing. So for example, if I click on Sally, and I hold my shift key in, so I click the shift key on my keyboard and I'm holding it in. And I'm going to click Mark and Mary. And if I type something on the sheet, just as an example, so I can type ABC, if I click on Mark, you can notice that ABC is on his sheet, and it's on Mary's sheet as well. So these are all three selected. So if I click on this cell where I typed in ABC, and I just press the delete key on my keyboard, notice on the Sally sheet and the Mark sheet, it's also deleted as well. So again, these tabs are all selected together, and when you are in this type of form in Excel where you have all a group of sheets that are all selected at the same time, meaning you can manipulate them exactly identically together at the same time, any changes that you make will flow over to each sheet. So if you no longer want to make changes to that group of sheets, you need to click on another tab that's not part of the group in order to deselect them. So I'm going to click on the Jack tab, and notice now that these are no longer grouped together. Now, just so that you can see what I'm typing, I'm going to change the zoom feature just so that it's a little larger, so that you can actually see the data that I'm typing. Now, notice that I had selected all three sheets together. So notice now, as I click on Mark and Mary, the zoom feature also changed for each sheet. So to make that more apparent, I'm going to click on the Jack tab, and notice that this grouping has been deselected. So I can now individually click on Sally, and notice the cells are larger so you can see them easier. And the same thing happened with Mark, and the same thing happened with Mary. So what's happening is when you click a group of cells together, any changes that you make is made to all of the spreadsheets. So if you have 50 spreadsheets and you've selected them all together, whatever you're typing on one sheet is going to flow over to the other sheets. And it's just a way to be able to format something quickly if you're tracking data for different items or different persons or different salespersons. It's a way to let you do that quickly without having to do it individually for each sheet. Thank you.